It began like any other night in the quiet town of Ravenwood, Oregon, a neighborhood so peaceful that people rarely bothered to lock their doors. But that calm shattered on a cold November evening when police received a frantic 911 call from a neighbor who, 3 members of the Henderson family, Lena, her mother Patricia, and Lena's 8-year-old daughter Maya, were found unresponsive inside the home. There were no broken locks, no signs of forced entry, and nothing in the home appeared stolen. To investigators, one thing became clear very quickly. This wasn't random. This was personal. Detective Sarah Monroe, a 15-year veteran of the Ravenwood Police Department, described the space as controlled chaos. Furniture was knocked over. A glass of wine had spilled across the carpet. Family photos cracked. But what bothered her most was the back door. It was still locked. From the inside, and just a few feet away, faint muddy footprints trailed toward the door before stopping abruptly, as if the person who left them changed their mind. As investigators dug deeper, they began reconstructing the family's final hours. Lena Henderson, 27, had recently ended a long relationship with her boyfriend, Ethan Cole, a 29-year-old auto mechanic known in town as quiet, polite, even gentle. But friends told a different story. Text messages recovered from her phone revealed fear. "Ethan's been following me again. I told him it's over, but he won't stop." Lena had become increasingly anxious in the months leading up to the tragedy. Phone records showed dozens of missed calls from Ethan, some begging her to talk, others more alarming. The last message he sent on the night everything changed read, "You don't walk away from me. Lena, not again." Ethan Cole was brought in for questioning. He appeared calm. He even asked detectives if they'd caught the guy yet. But forensic evidence began to unravel his story. And in the trunk of his car, police found a hoodie soaked in blood, a bloody fingerprint on the back door handle, a strand of hair recovered from Lena's hand. Under pressure, Ethan broke. He admitted to going to the Henderson home that night just to talk. When Lena refused to take him back, he snapped, hitting her. Then strangling her, Patricia tried to call 911. And he turned the knife on her. Then Maya saw everything. Ethan paused, voice trembling during his confession, and said quietly, "I didn't mean to hurt her." She started screaming. "I just needed it to stop." Forensic psychologists later described Ethan's actions as a textbook case of possessive control homicide, when rejection triggers a narcissistic rage strong enough to override empathy. He wasn't insane. He was deliberate, methodical, and chillingly aware of his actions. In his mind, Lena wasn't a person, she was his property. Losing her felt like losing himself. Detective Monroe later said, "It wasn't the brutality that disturbed me most. It was his calm. He looked me in the eye and said, 'I just wanted her to listen.'" In the end, Ethan Cole was sentenced to life in prison without parole. But for the people of Ravenwood, the question still lingers. How does love twist into something so dark, so destructive, that it leads to murder? Because sometimes, the monster isn't hiding in the shadows. Sometimes, it's the one standing right beside you. If you found this story intriguing, don't forget to like, subscribe, and turn on the notification bell for more deep dives into the darkest corners of the human mind.